Timestamp, transfer and news. Let's look at the transfer news. First things first, we got to go on the Athletic and the original source, you know. Let's get into this. Chelsea are understood to be close to agreeing a fee with Leeds United for Raphinha, but the race for his signature is not yet closed. Look at these, man. Look at these. Yeah, look at these, man. I know there's some Arsenal fans that are focusing on that last bit of the sentence, but the race for his signature is not yet closed. Now, let's be honest with yourselves. Formality settings. It's a formality. You know, banter aside, the United thing is, I keep saying United, the Barca thing is done. It's a no-brainer signing for Chelsea. They've won major trophies, you know, recently, you know, more recently than us. If you're not going to play for Liverpool, if you're not going to play for City, then Chelsea are that third place. And, you know, Chelsea are in that middle ground, really, where kind of happened last season, but they're lucky that Arsenal, Spurs, and those beyond them were worse than them in that you either kick on and get closer to the peers above you or you drop down a level. And Chelsea are in that. Obviously, their owner wants to make a statement, and he's clearly splashing the cash if they get him and Sterling, Premier League proven and all that jazz. And also he's taken a hands-on sort of approach to what they're doing. And as I said, you can't not rate what Chelsea are doing. Banter aside, two great attackers. Tommy Tuchel can help them cook. They probably grab a centre mid or a couple, and not that I know anything, and a centre back as well as maybe some fullback. So they're doing what they're doing, innit? So you've got to shout out to them. Wonder what happens in terms of outgoings. You hear Werner may be going. You hear Ziyech looks to be going to Italy. Don't know for Pulisic and Hudson-Odoi, but make of that what you will. Conversations between the clubs are believed to be at a point where Chelsea have verbally indicated they are ready to pay a price north of 55 million, which it is thought Leeds would accept. So it's all verbal right now, and it's not over to the fat lady sings, but the rehearsals are being done. It's time. It would then come down to Raphinha's preference, with Chelsea said to be in pole position to secure the Brazilian international as things stand. So we've got no chat. I can't lie, man. Just give the guy more bands, bro. Deco, come on, bro. I know you're ex-Chelsea pagan, but if there is some sort of hope, I know it's bad people, but this is where we need Raul Sanya. Just give the man some brown envelope, please, man, through the back door, tax-free settings. Give him some Bitcoin or something, man, really. Or to do something in it, really. But it would have been lit, but as I said, the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. Again, it's a formality. Chelsea fans can be excited with him, Sterling, and whatever they do. For Arsenal, again, we're not the Arsenal we used to be. We're not in the Champions League or consistently qualifying for the Champions League to be able to even say, all right, Chelsea can offer you that, but we can offer you this sort of thing. This comes with the territory. It would have been lit to get him to go with. Let's not forget, Jesus has signed for the club. We're going to do other things. You know, we're signing the 30 Brazilian youths is what we're going to say. We're not signing these Banduli. But Ronaldinho, the real skillers, you know, weren't doing highlights in the air and that. They were just, you know, shout out R9. They were just doing Buki haircuts. The real skillers weren't doing that. You know, it was just a one style. We're signing the real dons. Jesus don't do none of that blonde bullshit. But apologies. But yeah, man, on a serious note, we had to be welcome to being turned down. So hope there's other targets and other things happening, but you know, it is what it is. Just need to move on. Barcelona couldn't afford him, long story short. Chelsea were his third option, with which the initial, when this really started at the start, Arsenal fans got excited, but in the fine print it said Chelsea are his second option. So yeah, Deco's helping his ex-boys out. Thomas Tuchel gets two wingers and that he's allegedly wanted. You know, Leeds are getting money and whatever they do, you know, they've known he's moving on probably since, well, at the start of last season. He probably knew he'd look to move on eventually when you got these players. So they get money to do with what they're doing. You know, Dembele's been able to leverage maybe Chelsea's interest to get a new deal at Barca. Everyone's a winner apart from us in terms of this particular race. But hopefully tomorrow we'll link with some other players and all of these sort of things, people. So yeah, away from that and looking at probably adding more insult to injury, people, but going over all of these things, it is what it is. You know, Raphinha, Chelsea in talks with Leeds over Arsenal and Barcelona target. Again, Chelsea, this guy's Simon Jones and Sammy Mokbo acting, man. Chelsea gate crash Arsenal's bid to sign Raphinha. Yeah, they fully locked off the rave, boy. Fully locked off the rave. People getting shook, hiding rollies and that. And agree £60 million deal with players' agent and ex-Blue Star Deco at the heart of talks. Come on, man. I hope you're just trying to scare Edu that you could do this Chelsea thing. Come on, man. Don't do this, man. You know, don't do this, man. You don't want to do this, really, man. Come on, man. They're fighting for stuff, but they ain't got vibes, man. Come on. Arsenal fans will gas you up for doing skills. Chelsea fans going to be on to you, man. Come on. We'll gas you up for working hard, broski. Come on. Don't do this, bro. Now, banter aside, again, talks are at an advanced stage. Obviously, Deco's at the heart of negotiations. And to be fair, his agent's done the right job, man. He's played a blinder. You know, they've leveraged Spurs' interest, leveraged even Newcastle's interest. The fact that he could go to Arsenal and that one's dragged on, leveraged Spurs' interest. The Barca one, pretending they've got cold feet to wait for that. And, you know, getting a good deal for his client. And everyone's really a winner in this deal, really. Chelsea are understood to pay an initial 55 million, rising to 60, including add-ons. End of the day, 25 years of age. If he does the job and he builds upon the 11 goals and whatnot, no one gives a crap. But if he doesn't, we're running agendas, people. So yeah, Tommy Tuchel gets his man. Chelsea plan to team Raphinha with Raheem Sterling. That is lit. Lukaku apparently is scheduled to have a medical. Chelsea have also had conversations about Ake and Zinchenko, people. We'll have to see what happens in that regards, people. Raphinha had hoped to see her move to Barcelona, and obviously we need to run that one there, people, about he wanted them man anyways. Allegedly, if it's any consolation, he was keen to join Arsenal after they made their opening bid, but Chelsea offer immediate Champions League football, while they also, most importantly, match Leeds' valuation. Apparently, the Gunners frantically spent Tuesday trying to revive their interest in the Leeds player. Obviously, try and hype. Either you sign the player or you don't. But those talks failed, with Chelsea now on the brink of landing the Brazil star, people. So yeah, it is what it is where that's concerned. Once again, to add, lift live in the mood and all of them things. Gabriel has this earlier was at London Coley, and apparently his medical is done. He done some media duties. Again, check out my other stream and the other cut-up clips for all of that. And yeah, we can't forget, man. You can't get them all, man. You can't win them all, people. So yeah, Gabriel just did complete his medical. I'm trying, people. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to liven up the mood. Chelsea have already sent an official proposal to Raphinha and his agent Deco to discuss personal terms. Well, he wants to be fast to avoid problems. Chelsea will also send a new bid to City for Raheem Sterling. Tuchel allegedly wants 2 wingers. Again, Ben Jacobs has been told allegedly Chelsea are already in talks with Deco regarding personal terms. Hope to finalise an agreement within 48 hours. Nice to see a club move fast, really. Still some work to be done, but Chelsea are moving very, very fast. Bohi again taking the lead. Arsenal sources allegedly are still not ruling out making another bid, but their latest offer fell short of Leeds' valuation. Nothing totally certain just yet, but Chelsea do think they've hijacked the deal. Once again, Raphinha has made no final decision at this point. Again, it's a no-brainer, really. You might even indirectly question his ambition to play devil's advocate, immediate ambition in terms of competitive nature. He could offer him stuff, but it's dead, man. So, yeah, man. Again, Freddie Paxton, big up him. Arsenal's second proposal to Leeds was turned down. The club are hesitant around the fee being touted, especially being Leeds have negotiated a big part of the fee to be paid up front. Again, it's costly not to get Champions League. Maybe we could have committed a bit more up front had we have got Champions League, away from being able to offer us anything we've allegedly offered him to be keen to join us, on top of, obviously, if we got fourth. But it pays to get in here, and hopefully next season, when the next player is spoken about, we can do a thing, man. So yeah, man. Arsenal had a meeting with Leeds and made a verbal bid in the last few hours. It's been turned down. Barca also called Leeds again, but there was no chance to match the Chelsea bid. Once again, Chelsea are working on personal terms. Arsenal had been ahead of the Raphinha race for some time, but have never been able to fully satisfy Leeds' demands. Chelsea now does it at 64 million euros, variables included, on the table, and he thinks he can close it soon, or they think they can close it soon. So yeah, that's all of that. Chelsea allegedly also looking at Koulibaly and had conversations around the lit Ake and Conde, but the focus is on Raphinha and then such. So yeah, and more insult to injuries. Now, this guy, again, claims to not being in the know, and I'm not saying that as a knock on the guy. But what I will say is sometimes he's quite hit with his information, not that I know anything. And apparently United are willing to pay £5 million more for Arsenal target Lisandro Martinez and inform them. So again, you have to be able to react if you do not get Lisandro Martinez and Raphinha, because all that matters is results and what the window says at the end. All that matters is we tried. We can talk about January, for example, and I'm not been knocking saving wages, getting rid of Aubameyang for whatever reason and whatnot, but you went in there needing a striker. Did you get a striker? Yes or no? It's a bit lazy to just say Arsenal never got top 4 because they never got a striker. But a big reason as to Arsenal never is because we never had a striker and we do not score goals. It's a results-driven business. There are some positives to take and negatives to take from last season. But did you get? There was an opportunity to get top 4. Did you get it? Yes or no? Obviously the devil's in the details. But the beautiful thing about football is pretty white and black, really and truly. So yeah. You know, if you want to gash yourself about Gnabry, people, allegedly Bayern Munich are considering sending Gnabry into the stands next season if he stays at the club without extending his contract. The player is not impressed by this plan. Now, that's probably hardball tactics, pause to obviously commit his future or force him out of the club. But as the follow-up tweet rightly says, Gnabry is relaxed and unfazed at the boss's plan to put pressure on him. He knows his importance to the team, and there would be a big outcry if the team loses a game while he has to watch from the stands. And obviously, with what's going on with Lewandowski, that's also something to consider, really. What's going on with Arsenal's outgoings, though, something that all of these clubs, everyone's got spare parts to sell. But you're right, something needs to happen in that regards, and it further adds uncertainty around what you do with Pepe and obviously anyone that can play right wing at Arsenal Football Club at this moment in time, man. Man, we haven't got you. A man got done by a fake account with the Willian thing again. Is what it is. Gnabry is good, but he ain't Lewandowski for them to cry with him being absent. But again, if you lose Bayern Munich, they'll pattern it. But with what's going on with Lewandowski and whether you can sign a striker or not sign a striker, if you do this with Gnabry, you're struggling really. We learned with Pepe, no more panic buys. I hear that, but it's not that. I said Eddie tried speaking English. And Raphinha said it's Bandulia from S. Try you, man. Again, man, that some of you are funny, man. Some of you, I'll give you that, man. I'll give you that. Eddie, man, you see what happens? You done it, love. You done us dirty still. Big up Eddie, man. Big up Arteta as well. We tried, but we big up G1 as well. We tried hype. Yeah. Oh man, that was funny, and we did that. Like, oh man, he's got the same agent that Fabio Vieira has. Tuchel wants to play right wing and that. I mean, right wing back and that. There's confidence around the deal. Arsenal had encouragement. That's why they went and done it, and they went through all of that sort of stuff. He's encouraged in all of that. Boy, again, to keep the spirits up, gotta remember, got Gab Jesus, and it's probably perfect time because I don't know one at this moment really care about that because it could have been two shiny new toys, really. So it is what it is, man. So it's Pete right now. So yeah, it might not get Lisandro Martinez, might not get Raphinha. That's cool. It is what it is. It's only really an L if it's Messi and that. Move forward and sign other dons. Again, you knew without Champions League football, you knew without being what we used to be. It's never, even Real Madrid, it's not a certainty they're going to get players, as you saw with Harden and Mbappe. But this is a reality. As I said at the start of the window, I'll give the club until the end of the window, but I don't really care for we tried, we did this, we did that. Are we stronger than we was last season is all I care about. Is midfield addressed? Do we have enough options on the pitch in terms of scoring goals? Have we got certain amount of players tied down in terms of obviously players we want to keep? Have we got some of these players off the bill? So again, you have to be reactive in the market. You have to have other plans. And this has to be a reality of what happens really and truly. So let's see what happens in that regards. But Arsenal have to hold that one right now. Oh man, top blue. You know what? Yeah, I didn't know you had this much personality, man. But you're from North still, so I give you that. You're in top form today, man. Don't say that. Oh man, but said this guy. But said this guy is furloughed. You know what? Yeah, I think someone's writing this for you. You're in top form, man. I have to clap for you. Pause. You're in top form, and obviously, big up to you. Also, it's late, but extended clap pause again for those of you tuned in, man. It's a big effort. Banter aside, talking points, all the rest of it. But hey, is what it is. Can't lie, man. That comment is the funniest. The one about Eddie speaking Mandela is the funniest comment I've heard on my live stream in a hot second still, man. I give you that, man. I need to give you an award or something, man. He should come to Arsenal because we are the club that's easier to move to Barca. It's dead, man. It's dead, man. You try to hear that, man. There's too much trippy dons, man. There's too much trippy dons. You still have a feeling he's not gonna go to Chelsea, bro? You lot can do that, isn't it? Like I just deal with not even facts. What's in front of me? Chelsea can offer him mad things. We can offer him this project. I don't see Chelsea as a club that are incompetent, regardless of what's happening beyond when it comes to confirming signings and things. So the writing's on the wall, really. You just have to move on. Of course, I hope for a miracle, but them things don't happen there, man. It is over. I mean, like I said, we can get hung up on the technicalities, man. Just hope there's another plan. Maybe you have to sign a player that's, you know, not as big a name in football as Raphinha, someone that's got scope to grow and all of those sort of things, you know, Premier League proven hype and all. You man don't smoke flavors, you man do gear around them sites, man. Ralph didn't really seem keen on joining us anyways. His attitude, there's nothing wrong with attitude, bro. He's doing the winning thing. Big up DJ. I knew he wasn't going to come to Arsenal, but as long as we address our weak points, it's all good. Trust. I mean, there's no point being upset over Raphinha, man, because you know how the scripts ended. The man said Igal really did a brilliant thread about Raphinha for Chelsea fans, you know, man. Listen, big up the ladder, man. Big up Igal, man. As I said, the dream is free. The hustle is sold separately. I mean, Saka can develop with other players, man. I mean, whatever tonic you lot are drinking to feed you, you know, to ease you lot's pain and wipe your tears about alleged rumors of attitude and, you know, Saka development and all these things. That's great, man. But you know in your heart that might be true. There might be something, but you know in your heart you don't believe that, man. You know you don't. We have to be honest in life. You know you don't believe that, man. You know you might even believe that, but you know that's not your opinion. You know, it's too late to be lying to ourselves. It's way too late, man. It's midnight essentially, where the United Kingdom's concerned. The RB's phenomenal, raw boy. What are we saying in concrete rumors again? Yeah, William probably did do that. Oh well. You know you're not getting no more compilations being watched on Twitch anymore, if you know. Rather have Gnabry than Raphinha. Gnabry has a point to prove and he don't like Spuds. I mean, Raphinha's got plenty of points to prove, really and truly. He wants to get into the Brazil squad. He wants to, obviously, if you're signing for a competitive team, you need to do the dirt, so you're not going to play in it. And one thing I'll give Chelsea fans, they don't accept nonsense for long. I can't lie. There's situations, whether it's managers, whether it's players, maybe it's impatience. No fan base is perfect, but they don't accept nonsense for long. I might do, man. You have to wonder why at midnight you're listening to me waffle. Then, as I said, you should be on FaceTime with a beanie, but you probably lack self-esteem, man. So shout out to you, man. By all means, I hope you get whatever's, you know, needed to heal your heart, man. But shout out to you. Your decision making arguably is like Arsenal's dithering with getting Raphinha. So in fact, you're probably in the perfect place. Shout out to you, though. One love to you. Smash the like button, people. Get your opinions in. It is what it is. The dream is free. The hustle sold separately. You know, as you can see, literally full stream, live stream of the thing. You've been putting in some work today, DGGs. Do you think Chelsea will get Sterling now? Yeah, they're not doing the Arsenal thing where it's one or the other. Whatever it is, shout out to you, man. End of the day, I'm just glad Arsenal was serious about a top-class player like Raphinha. Second bids, end of the day, it's the player's choice. Yeah, I hear that, and I agree with you, but they say, man, it's a bit like the Vlahovic thing, isn't it, really? You're going for, if I look at it, there kind of is direct parallels. You heard Athletic was saying, you know, Raphinha, Chelsea were talking to him in January/February. Personal terms were being agreed with Barcelona. Again, bit like Vlahovic, we heard he wanted to go to Juventus from November, but you heard Arsenal got some sort of encouragement. Whether you were taking around the houses now is this or neither there or elsewhere. And, you know, I do agree with you. I like the fact that we showed intent with these players, but at what point are we being naive, really? Don't know, man. Trust, we might have to, you know, I was saying Edu needs to, you know, we need to buy Edu a new barbecue thing as well. So we might have to pull that one back, man. That Don one guy is hell of a cat. Big up to him, man. DJ on the graveyard shift. Come on, man. I hope so, man. Listen, it is what it is, man. Man's being shameless saying Martinelli and Raphinha both could have shined together, man. Shout out to we bid it twice, man, but it's bidding hype. Depressing it'd be sad if you're depressed. It's just football, man. You know, we've got our lives, you know, I'm sure you got things going on for yourself in a personal life. It's just football, man. Come on, man. Less of that. There's people going through real stuff. Toss out to Arsenal. I mean, that was at the start of the year. Has Ben White been a good signing? I think for us, he's been decent. He's been better than a lot of people his harsh critics are giving him credit for. That being said, the thingy, man, the 50 million price tag means the jury's still out, really. For me, you should be the best centre half, arguably, at the football club. And in a team that's inexperienced, I know Gabriel's brought something, but you're kind of looking at him to be a leader. We dodged the bullet. I don't think we dodged the bullet, but you could look to reintegrate Pepe. That has to be something. The chase isn't over completely for Arsenal, though. 90-minute claim that Arsenal are now considering whether to make a new bid after learning of Chelsea's offer. I mean, where is that, man? But the thing with these rumours, yeah, Chelsea journalists, Arsenal journalists, all these sort of things, they're all going to add their personal spin on stuff. Yeah, I am crying still, my guy, man. I am. You lot know I'm not the content creator or the person for that. Like, I understand the banter and random, but you lot know I'm not the don for that. Like, I'm not like... I understand there's probably some content creators, you know, doing a mazza right now. You know, when you get your banter out, but you know, we talk football around these sides. You know, I'm not the guy for that, man. Where's this 90-minute article? Listen, everyone's just adding their own spin to stuff, you know. Everyone's trying to get the engagement levels and the clicks. No disrespect to anyone. There might genuinely be truth to it, but I don't know, man. Where is that, though? I mean, Martinelli got 2 less goals in the system. Raphinha in more than 1,000 less minutes at 21. Let's run that, man. Let's run that. As you know, Chelsea have upped their deal. I don't think it's everybody's saying 55, 60, 65 million. So everyone's adding their own spin. I don't think it's that really and truly. Apparently, Arsenal had also submitted an offer for the Brazilian in an attempt to steal a march on Barca's bid, but that bid fell short of Leeds' valuation and was immediately rejected. The Gunners are now considering whether to increase their offer in light of Chelsea's move. I mean, it never said that in the Athletic, in it. So respectfully to 90-minute, I'd rather trust them than that. So I don't know, man. Really, I don't believe that in it, really. But you know, you mentioned it, so we put that up, man. We don't need to bid again. Let Raphinha go and play. I mean, bid again all you want, but start to look at other targets. I mean, Edu, you better be staying up today. Focus on Martinez and Telemans now. For me personally, my gut feeling is the Martinez thing is not going to bang, really and truly. And yeah, obviously it is what it is. I'd hope we get Telemans, but who knows, man? I'll give the club until September the 1st, but big up yourself, my dude. We've already spoken about Raphinha, but timestamps. You know, as I'm so nice. There you have it. Oh shit, no, you don't have it. There you have it. Shout out to you lot tuned in. So yeah, it is what it is in that regards, folks. Like, can't lie, why are you lot not sleeping, you United Kingdom folk? 90-minute clickbait, any story for traffic, especially when it comes to Arsenal. Half the time they don't reference sources. Boy. Hi from New Zealand. Shout out to the New Zealand ones. You lot Kiwis, right? Any thoughts on if 5 subs will change football? Wondering if there will be players getting bigger or stronger, but purely 20, 30-minute impact players. That could be something that legitimately happens. I mean, I hope it gives more opportunities to young players, but it probably won't really and truly, because you got to remember, it's very difficult. You know, again, let's take Brooke Norton-Cuffy as an example. You know, a lot of fans, respectfully to the lad, will have you believe right now he's ready to play Premier League football, which is a lie, respectfully. He's 18, turning 19 in January. Had a mare today. Obviously, last season there was injuries where Tomiyasu was concerned. You know, obviously, I'm not saying Cedric's anything to write home about, but, you know, maybe Brook would have got an opportunity if there's more subs. He probably would have got Kalas within the context of what was needed, but maybe, you know, and what I mean by that is clubs will just have more of a competitive team. I think Arsenal, that would have been a positive to get in Raphinha, because I don't really feel, it's not that I don't think Arteta doesn't want to play Haaland players. It's just not that deep, because you look at not just us, but a lot of our bench, you know, shout out to Amari Hutchison, Mika Berev, Marcelo Flores, Zach Swanson. A lot of boys travelled up and down the country with Arsenal Football Club. How many got minutes in the Premier League? I'm not knocking Arteta because at the end of the day, we finished 5th. But the reality of football, not everyone's going to get chances. On the topic of Chelsea, it's Hudson. Let's use Hudson-Odoi. I'm sure Thomas Tuchel wants to give Hudson-Odoi every chance to develop, but Chelsea fans are going to be onto him if he doesn't keep developing. They don't get closer to what the other boys are doing above them. And at the end of the day, he's brought in Raphinha. That's because we can get 3 points today, sort of thing. And he's got all the other things. So I hope it gives more opportunities to young players. But I think it means just having more quality players and I'd say a stronger quality in terms of rotation, if I'm honest with you. I don't know if it will avoid injuries and all of that sort of stuff because people are still probably going to get injured. But yeah, man, I think that's where it's concerned. So who do we go for now? I don't know. It's a question for Edu, man. Shout out to your comments gone, but shout out to the Newcastle fans. You man got Kevin Botman and that. It's just football. Listen, shout expressions, man. Less of that, man. Banter has to fly, but it's just football, bro. Football means the world to man, bro. Look how much I'm waffling about it. Through you lot building a platform, you lot gave man a chance to dream about life again in a positive way. Football means more to me than the average fan. Very few things are more important than this football game, really. I could sit here and go off on a tangent about literally how football saved my life, but at the end of the day, it's football, innit? If moaning about a rival team doing better than you is pipping you to a signing, then the biggest thing to moan about in your life, then you're very grateful, really, truly. In the current climate, people at the best of days, but in the current climate, people going through some serious ish. I mean, again, I don't know for what we'll see in the Amazon Prime doc, but I probably expect it's a chance to show a more human side of the manager, of the technical staff in terms of the players and our Edu and that. Probably see behind the scenes more, but I mean, we know what's gonna happen. Really, we know how the story flipped. G1 getting that optimism. Pardon me, can anyone speak Portuguese? But we got a Portuguese technical director. I can't lie. I swear them man Chelsea haven't even technically got a technical director really, and them things. Check Marino, all these guys bust out. It's literally a rich owner just playing FIFA right now. Like, I'll buy him. How much? So it is what it is, man. We have to hold it. Pause. Nope. Yeah, I play Sunday League here and there. Nope. Aaron Ramsey doesn't need to be there, bro. Our defense is more important to Arsenal, always was. We win trophies with the best defense, always been true. I mean, but goals win games. We're not necessarily the best defensive side, and you're right. We can't neglect that. We do need to improve, but needs to improve. G1, you're going outside, man. Cheerleading for Chelsea, cheerleading for Liverpool, getting beaten up by City. United fans coming like empty barrels, making bare noise. I have to, man. You lot have been throwing too much jabs. I have to throw a jab back. At least I said I tried to go out. I mean, if he fails his medical at Chelsea, then he fails it, innit? But that's dead, man. You think we can get Gnabry? No, but we can try. I'm not here for the Gabriel hype. Can't speak for the rest of the UK, but I'm nocturnal as hell. Would say it changed it to as hell. Wish there was more late night content. So do I, bro. So do I, man. So do I. I appreciate you lot for loving these late night streams, man. We're in the mud and still getting business done, bro. Make sure it's going to be a long season, isn't it? Right now, you're enjoying it. Make sure these guys, no one, and at all clubs, including my own, make sure no one slips up. Make sure no one slips up. At least you got a player that will outscore Gabriel, the centre back now at fullback. I mean, at centre half. You got him. Shout out to him. I have to, man. I have to. Do you know when Arsenal announced Gabriel Jesus? Well, they might as well announce that immediately to lifting the mood, really. Still need a poacher. Jesus is a good striker from infield, but not a 6-yard box hanger. I hear that, but to be fair, when you look at half of his goals, they're in the opposition's box, really. That man said, it's just going to slip up and speak cockney in the interview. Watch. Oh, Raphinha's not one of these new age Brazilian. He's one of these new age Brazilian dons. You got to watch out for the Brazilians with the blonde highlights. You got to watch out for them, man. I'm as angry as you. I want to see Arsenal get back on top. Pause. Okay. Sierra Oscar, we have found him. We have screenshotted that. We're adding that to his file. Here we go. Leeds obviously wanted to start a bidding war, and they won. Have I missed you react to the documentary trailer? I haven't even seen it, man. What's your opinion on footballers doing? I don't know, man. You need to ask a medical man when it comes to all of them things there, man. I just barely understand football, man. Replacement for Raphinha? No clue, man, but we'll see tomorrow, man. Man said, man said Brazilian with blonde highlights still having Bruno nightmares. Mate, you think Bruno Gomares is special because he ripped Arsenal? I saw flipping Nottingham Forest do that, mate. Like, come on now, Tossart's been having blonde highlights for years and he's been ripping Arsenal, really. You want highlights for that? You're not special for that, mate. Come on, Newcastle fans. You ain't even did it and you're already giving it, man. Leave me alone, Tooney, but I love you lots. Pause. As an outsider looking in, my first instinct was that Arsenal need mid-cover for Partey and an upgrade on Nene/Xhaka. You're right. Tell him again. But the club seem to be pushing for a wide forward. What's the catch? To be honest, I think when it comes to Arsenal, and I think you've kind of fallen guilty of it, Nobody's sitting there for Chelsea, for example, and saying they need a winger and a striker. We need to, and they clearly need centre half. No one's really getting at Chelsea. And Chelsea fans, I'm sure, are, but they're not saying, "Oh, Chelsea haven't signed a centre back. What's going on?" I think that's very much an Arsenal thing. Like, you should be covering both areas. Football's a simple game. You need to keep balls out the back of your net. You need to put more balls in the opposition's net pause than yourselves. And Chelsea are kind of doing that. They haven't got a centre half, but various ones are being linked. And obviously they're getting Dembele and Sterling. So just do both at the same time, really. But you are right. The middle of the park, the midfield don't stand for nothing. It's not really tenacious. It's not blessed with technicians. And I'm saying that I do like the addition of Fabio Vieira, Odegaard. I do like Partey and whatnot. But as you said, where the left side of the field's concerned, it's wanting a lot more. Arsenal are top club. They defo better than getting gazumped by a team that were ownerless last season. I hear that. Yeah, we got to accept that. DG, the money for Raphinha was too much. I hear that, but it weren't though, was it? 55 million rising to 60 odd quid. Obviously, if Raphinha doesn't do the business, then it is what it is, but it's not though. It's not though, man. I hear that. You are right. I want to see midfield addressed, as I just went off on a tangent about, but it's not though, man. It's not, man. It's not, man. In your heart it's not, man. Basuma, we can't get, them and there, let me know. We weren't in for Basuma. We admired the player. We were going for someone with a bit more, strengths going forward. I hear you. Basuma would have been frustrated. It's frustrating to not have signed Basuma, and he'll be a lit signing for Spurs, but we were genuinely trying to get Raphinha. We hold that, or you can't really throw the Basuma one on us. Basuma would only hurt fans. It's the same one with Gnabry. It's just fan-led stuff, really.